Here are 10 episodes that showcase why Lois Griffin is in Family Guy. Starting with prescription heroin. Lois is upset that all the kids have stuff to do, so she figures she could just run away with the Target lady for some weird reason in her fantasy. Lois is bored on the couch on Netflix when Joe knocks on the door. Brian comes running down the stairs and he falls down the stairs.
Take me.
Typing.
To a hospital?
Oh, Bonnie doesn't have a dog.
Lois takes him to the hospital and the doctor prescribes him some painkillers. Lois asks Brian if the painkillers kicked in.
Hoya.
Where are you going?
Hoya.
She takes one and basically gets high. She starts folding everything in the house. Lois is now in the kitchen and there goes the iconic meme. Brian takes the last pill and Lois freaks out and takes Brian to get some more. They don't get it for obvious reasons. So she goes to the high school to ask teenagers for drugs. She puts Stewie in the bath, but there is no water in there. And she looks in the bathroom for another pill and she finds one, but it fell in the toilet. She grabs Stewie and tells him to get the pill out the toilet.
So this is like that, except it's a pill and it's not okay if you don't get it.
Ah, damn you!
Come on, you just touched it!
Brian comes in and tells her there's one last pill in his dog crate and he locks her in it. She asks Stewie to let her out.
Stewie?
Where have I seen this before?
Mom! Mommy!
Lois starts having nightmares while going through withdrawal. So basically, you were bored as a parent, so you decided to get addicted to painkillers. Right, gotcha. But you know, this isn't the only time Lois had an addiction.
Oh my God, that was such a rush! I'm alive!
She was also addicted to stealing, and breaking out is hard to do. The Griffins are at a grocery store and Lois is above her budget and has to put the ham back, but she just decides to steal it. Brian catches on to Lois stealing the ham at home. Lois is at a boutique and she steals everything.
Oh my God, that was such a rush!
At dinner, Joe and Bonnie are over and they notice all the new stuff they have in their house, and Brian is redirecting the conversation.
You know, she bought me something yesterday, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want you to guess. Just close your eyes.
Oh!
It's a sucker horn!
I know what it is!
Brian follows Lois to an auto parts store and she is literally trying to steal the muffler. Like, I cannot make this up. For God knows what, by the way. Joe is watching the news and they announced a Matisse painting missing. Brian convinces Lois to return everything she stole. Joe comes out to arrest Lois and she speeds off in the car and he is hanging the hell on. They crash.
Sorry, Lois. Regulations. I can't give you any special treatment.
It's okay, Joe. I understand.
Shut up, maggot!
At court, she defends herself and the judge was going to grant her leniency, and she stole his gravel, and she is sentenced to 3 years in prison. While she's locked up, the family comes to visit and they break her out of jail.
Bye-bye. Take care now. Have a nice day.
They end up in Asian Town and they try to blend in as normal as they can. Peter ends up getting a job as a sumo wrestler and Joe spots him on TV. Like, come on, bro. And he comes looking for them. They run into a sewer with Joe hot on their trail. Lois wants to turn herself in and it ultimately ends up with her saving Joe from falling over a ledge. What was the lesson here? I don't even think Lois knows. Next on the list is Lois comes out of her shell. Lois is heading to the store when Brian reminds her of her birthday.
And then you turn around one day and you...
Okay, bye. Stop making noise.
Lois is at the park watching all the mothers play with their kids.
Stewie, you want a mommy rocket ride?
What? What do you mean?
Here we go. Get ready for blast off. Oh, son of a bitch. Ah! Oh my God, Stewie, are you all right?
Nice throw, Casey Anthony.
Lois walks into her surprise birthday party. Peter reads her a complete foul speech.
Lois, you may not be the young filly you were when I met you, but you're still my reliable old plow horse.
Lois runs away crying. The next day, Lois pulls up in a Jeep looking young and using cultural references.
Do me, Peter. Do me right here in the basement.
Lois is wildin'. Her and Peter go out for a night in the town. Peter grows tired of it real fast and Lois is showing no signs of slowing down. She wants to keep partying and Peter wants to go home. Lois ditches Peter with her friends. Justin Bieber is in town and Lois and her friends are there now. Well, after the show, Lois sneaks into Justin's dressing room to have sex with him when Peter barges in and knocks him out. Next on the list is model misbehavior. The Griffins are packing up and heading to the Pewterschmidts to ride in his boat, race with him.
Hiya, Mr. Pewterschmidt.
Peter, I see you're still fatter than holy hell.
Ah, you can read me like a book.
The Griffins are staying with Mr. Pewterschmidt.
Wow, this looks just just like my room at home.
Yeah, except for all the trophies and pictures of friends.
Carter tells Peter he doesn't want Peter in his boat. They're at the race and Peter pulls up with Carter's bathtub and they race him. They all take off their clothes to go faster.
Just need a little more.
We love you, honey!
How the hell you gonna throw Meg overboard? They get the newspaper to see their pic is on the front cover and Lois decides to model full time.
I'm gonna become a model.
Hey, that's fantastic, Lois. And I'll pleasure myself to your photos. Me too.
Me too.
Oh, God, Meg, that's sick. That's your mother.
I'm just trying to fit in.
Get out. Get out of this house. I said no.
Lois officially starts her modeling career, taking pics for Goldman Pharmacy. At lunch, a modeling agent approaches Lois and offers her a modeling contract. Lois' modeling career starts taking off. Lois is cooking.
Dad, how could you be okay with Mom parading herself around like this? I mean, she's half naked. It makes all women look bad.
Meg, who let you back in the house?
She answers the door and her agent gives her diet pills. Like, bro. At the Clam, all the men are flirting with Lois and Peter becomes possessive and insecure. He tells her he doesn't want her modeling anymore and she runs to the bathroom crying and takes the diet pills. I just don't see the correlation here, but hey. She gets invited to a Vogue party. Peter goes to Carter for help with Lois. And he pretty much agrees to do it. They arrive at the Vogue party.
Body glitter for you? Yeah, that's hot. That's hot. All right, let's do this.
They kidnap her and bring her home. Peter comes to his senses and he knocks Carter out. She then realizes she just wanted the freedom to know she could model.
You want to make him really mad, Lois? Let's have sex on his back like we used to.
Oh, what the hell's going on? Oh, ew, 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 ew.
Next on the list is Go Stewie Go. Lois walks in and Peter tells her she has a gray hair. Meg asks if she can invite her boyfriend Anthony over.
You what?
Yes, I share your mother's skepticism.
Anthony and Meg are on the couch and everyone is in complete shock. The entire time the Cohawk comes and checks him out, which is wild to me.
I can honestly say for the first time that I am attracted to our daughter.
Now Peter is attracted to Meg. Anthony tells Lois she's pretty and Peter dogs Lois. Lois and Peter go upstairs and Meg and Anthony makes out.
I bet you taste like Mountain Dew and Starburst.
Lois goes to Bonnie about how Peter's been making her feel and how she's attracted to Anthony. Bonnie tells her to explore it. Like, great advice, Bonnie, from a dying marriage. Lois comes up with an excuse to get Meg out of the house and she makes her move on Anthony. Meg catches them. Lois goes to talk to Meg, but Meg doesn't want to talk for good reason, by the way. This family treats her like complete crap. Lois apologizes for stealing him.
I'll do anything. You don't know me.
Oh my God!
He hangs me from the shower rod with your old bras and then we laugh at you. Now get out of my room!
Lois goes to Peter and blames him for the entire thing, and he apologizes to her. But you know what? This doesn't come as a surprise to me. She also made out with Meg's girlfriend.
That's no kiss. Watch this.
Next is prick up your ears. Chris and his friends steal some dirty movies and they go back to Chris' room to watch them. Lois walks in and sees them watching it with Stewie. She kicks everyone out and tells Chris he needs to learn sex ed in school, only for Chris to tell her they don't teach sex ed. So Lois starts teaching sex ed at the school. Peter comes along to help teach the class.
Perhaps we could have sexual intercourse. Count me in.
Parents are protesting Lois's sex ed class and she gets fired for teaching the teens about the use of condoms, which is weird. So the school brings in a speaker to teach the kids about safe sex. He tells them pretty much to just not have sex. At the rally, Meg meets a boy named Doug. Meg tells Peter about being abstinent.
If you have sex, your penis will fall off and land in another dimension populated entirely by dogs who will eat it. Well, that's something I'd like to avoid.
Meg and Doug want to go all the way and just agree to do it in the ear. The hell? Lois dresses up as Grimace to roleplay with Peter. Peter shows her the pamphlet Meg gave him and she catches Doug and Meg doing it in the ear. Lois tries to have sex with Peter and he is trying to do it in her ear.
I am gonna have regular sex with you whether you like it or not.
No!
I wasn't asking your permission.
I'm abstinent! This is an affront to the Lord! No!
Like, what the hell? Wow, would you even be surprised? Like, she didn't even take Peter serious when he was sexually harassed at work by his boss.
Peter, a woman can't sexually harass a man.
Why not?
I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense.
Next is Peter and Bill's bogus journey. Bill Clinton is in town judging a Kenko contest. Peter answers the door and Bill Clinton's limo catches a flat in front of the house. Peter tries to lift the car up and he catches a hernia. He goes to the hospital and Bill visits him. Bill and Peter develop a close friendship. Lois is upset and he thinks Bill is a bad influence on Peter, and she goes to talk to Bill and they ended up having sex. Peter walks in afterwards and he is upset. He decides to stay at Quagmire's house. Lois, instead of working things out with Peter the conventional way, she decides to give Peter a free pass to do any one of his choosing. He wants to do Babs, Lois's mother. Babs agrees to do it, but Peter ultimately can't do it. He loves Lois too much. Now this kind of makes you feel really bad for Peter. Peter goes to talk to Bill.
Listen, Bill, you and I need to have a talk. Boy, you are good. You are really good.
Next on the list is It Takes a Village Idiot and I Married One. The Griffins are heading to Quagmire's cabin for a quick getaway.
Oh. Hey. This the week you guys were coming up?
They are swimming and they lose all of their hair from the toxic waste being dumped in the lake. Lois visits Mayor Adam West and tells him what happened, and he tells her he knew about it and he sanctioned it, so she agrees to run against him for mayor.
Hi, I'm going door to door to campaign on behalf of Lois Griffin, who's offering real change for the city of Quahog. May we count on your vote next Tuesday?
Chris, this is our house.
At the mayoral debate, Lois is answering every question as elegantly as possible, but they're not buying it. Brian tells her they are simple-minded people.
Mrs. Griffin, what do you plan to do about crime in our city?
A lot.
She wins the mayor position and she cleans up Lake Quahog with the help of taxpayer money, but she dips into the tax fund and buys herself a bag. She wants to now buy herself a $4,300 coat, and a guy agrees to buy the coat for her in exchange for dumping waste in the lake. Yeah, Lois, just undo everything you just did. Yep. Next up, hot shots. A bat breaks in and Peter chases it around trying to get rid of it. The bat lands on Stewie's head and he hits Stewie.
You can beat me, but I am who I am!
They take Stewie to the hospital and Dr. Hartman says Stewie needs his vaccinations. Lois is against it and does her own research and doesn't want Stewie vaccinated. Lois committed to getting vaccinations banned by hosting rallies. She also persuaded Peter and he makes a commercial scaring people on vaccinations. Lois brings Stewie to preschool and there are no kids in school due to an outbreak of measles, and the town is in quarantine. All because of Lois and Peter. Also, Peter blew up all the vaccinations. Peter ends up getting measles and Stewie runs away. Yeah, Mother of the Year. Last but certainly least, Customer of the Week. Lois is having a stressful morning. Chris gets his foot stuck in the toilet. She's taking the kids to school.
Take a bite out of my ass, you sack of dirt!
She visits her favorite coffee shop. She notices the Customer of the Week board and how she's not on it. She's now dedicated to becoming Customer of the Week and she believes she's a good person. Someone else wins Customer of the Week and she cries in the bathroom.
I need to show them that I deserve to be Customer of the Week.
You don't.
Well, they probably see a woman like me and think, she's got it all.
They don't.
She agrees to pay $600 for a cashier's artwork, and another person wins Customer of the Week. Lois crashes out at dinner over this Customer of the Week thing. Chris tells Lois to save one of their employees' lives. Lois plants peanuts in the barista's car in an attempt to save her life with an EpiPen.
Oh, shaving cream!
Lois visits her in the hospital and finds out she needs to erase the camera footage. Kyle H. checks the footage and sees Lois and she ties him up. He tells her he has a cat and it needs to be fed. Lois goes to his apartment and feed the cat and change the litter. His roommates come in. She ties them up and one of them needs to make a meal for his boyfriend.
What are you supposed to make?
Beef Wellington?
Beef Wellington? For tonight?
Yeah, why? Is that hard?
Yes! If you're starting at 2 p.m., very, yes!
Lois is doing the dishes and the cops come to arrest her. She's released 6 months later and she goes to a coffee shop in a different town and wants to be Customer of the Week there now too. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you went on to enjoy the video, smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new, turn on the post notification bell so you ain't miss another video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.